This is our Japanese Grand Prix predictions. I'm a turning Japanese. Sorry. I am on brand, though.
Yeah, there we go.
For a very specific reason. Can I share that?
This episode is not sponsored by Red Bull.
Not sponsored
because we don't give away free advertising, Corey.
Not sponsored by Red Bull, but definitely fueled by it. I will say that. All right, boys. Japanese Grand Prix predictions. It's finally a race week again. I'm glad that we at least have one at the end of March, but guess what? We're off the entire month of April, so that's going to suck. But plenty to talk about going into this race week. There's some news that came out. I think it was like late last week, early this week. Jonathan Wheatley, no longer with Audi. Benito? Is it Benito?
Matias Binotto.
Benito Mussolini.
Origami Benito. So he is officially Audi CEO and hailed team principal at this point because Jonathan Wheatley left for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Personal reasons meaning he's going to another team.
Getting that Aston green money.
So there is some sort of likelihood that, Jonathan Wheatley, I suspect, is not just going to be out of the sport for the remainder of the season. He left Audi after 2 races, which I thought was crazy because Audi's trajectory is looking much better than Aston's at this point. So I'm like, to me, I felt like there was something that created some sort of power struggle. And I've heard there's been rumors of that, but it's like, I think you have somebody who really wanted to run the team, but you have someone at CEO who's been a team principal before that's probably kind of like dipping his hands into the day-to-day. Probably, you could sense that maybe it made Jonathan Wheatley feel uncomfortable. And then, of course, there's other suitors for his talent. I mean, obviously he has a great track record. So I feel like it had to have been something pretty meaningful to pull him away from Audi, given the fact that they're really off to a pretty damn good start. I think has exceeded expectations the first part of the season. So what do you guys think? Interesting news or something that's pretty nondescript at this point?
I mean, if you know Matias Binotto, this shouldn't come as a surprise.
Yeah.
He's always been in, and listen, I'm not a Ferrari fan. I'm not here to dog. I've turned a page, boys. I'm not dogging Ferrari on this one.
Cool your jets, tifosi.
Cool your jets. I'll never
with that said, he was always not necessarily a conflictive person, but just a person you can't see eye to eye with because he's been in the sport for a very long time.
That's actually true. That's actually true. And a boring dude. And like
very boring.
So boring.
He's Harry Potter if
he's
Harry Potter was a
Harry Potter.
Yeah. He doesn't generate like leadership through passion.
Exactly. Or no excitement.
Yeah, he's like a technical guy that isn't even really that great on a technical level. I think that I will give him credit though from the 2019 Ferrari debacle. He handled it amazingly on a business level. Dude maneuvered an agreement and got away from public limelight and speculation and not even Lawrence Stroll could get away with what they were doing with the pink Mercedes. So, but I don't know if he's the guy that I want leading. I guess he was probably the guy with the most aptitude to do it for starting Audi. But I just, obviously stake before, but I just don't believe he's there for a long run. And I just think that
I don't think so either. I totally agree. Yeah. I will say from the Jonathan Wheatley side of things, it makes sense. I mean, listen, look at all the people that have come into Aston Martin, bar Adrian. Look at Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey is a big reason Max Verstappen won the 4 titles he won. But more importantly, Jonathan Wheatley is the engineer that created Abu Dhabi 2021. He found the loophole. He found that gray area in the rules. So having a guy like that in a garage that is, I'm going to use distraught for a lack of better word.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense to bring someone in like that. I personally,
that's a really good point.
If it actually comes to fruition, I think it's a steal by Aston Martin getting someone like that.
I don't normally share your predictions clearly evidenced by the leadership.
Of course.
Get over yourself.
Points leadership. But I actually agree pretty much to the letter with what you just said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think
That was a good take.
I think the other interesting part is the response of the rumors by Aston Martin, Lawrence Stroll in particular. They put out multiple statements in terms of
He loves doing that.
what the team is currently doing and what they're not doing, and we're not going to be addressing rumors. But also, you have the likes of Adrian Newey, who's stepping down from team principal and taking
Helmut
ownership
Marko
of
saying he's not doing well mentally. For this senile old man to come out of the press and be like,
doing well.
he's not doing well.
Yeah.
Somebody send help.
Yeah, send help. I just there seems to be just all these like broken pieces, and it seems like, or there's these missing elements, and at the center of it all, at the nucleus of everything, seems like Jonathan Wheatley. Like that's what I feel. Like it's a matter of time before a contract gets signed, and then all of a sudden we're going to see the news, and we're going to see like Jonathan Wheatley in green. I suspect that there could be a reality of that. I'm also really, I'm kind of hyped on this, and I don't know that maybe either of you share the same enthusiasm I do, but I like a good underdog story.
Yep.
Not that I would necessarily say Aston Martin's an underdog with all the money that they're throwing around, but just given the sad start to the season, it's like, I kind of want to see him do some stuff this weekend. I kind of want to see him finish a race.
But same would go for Audi. Like that would also make them the underdogs in the situation.
Agreed.
Like it would make both would
I think it'd be cool. Yeah.
In fact, I'll argue that Audi, like if Audi has a better weekend, it's a bigger impact on Audi. Yeah. Absolutely. Losing a guy like Jonathan Wheatley, absolutely.
But just coming in and just
can we talk about our brief excitement and then disappointment with Max?
Yeah, what excitement, what disappointment?
Well, the excitement that
the Nurb.
Yeah, the Nürburgring.
Oh my God.
Nordschleife.
Nürburgring Nordschleife.
I think that a validated W, right? You know, this dude's done it now in 3 different cars, 3 different vessels this year, and also pointing towards the big race in May, right? I think a validated win, which he did win, right?
He won.
Let's call it spade.
Him and his boys won. Yeah,
he drove beautifully. You know, it wasn't like a boring race. I saw some highlights.
Oh, dude, he was zipping through.
Yeah, and I love those because you really nudge other people, and that's the coolest part of it. And I think he was having fun, right? But him winning, is a little bit more leverage.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit more leverage for FIA to take appropriate direction with
to take
the
action.
To keep the greatest driver in the last 15 years.
I think what's interesting, and there were so many people in reaction to some of the things that we said, were like, you guys are so off base and blah, blah, blah. Like, I read the comments, and one of the things, you know, I
read the comments. I'm keeping tabs.
Yeah, you jerks. One of the things that I thought was interesting was that was kind of in alignment with the rest of the media. Like, I feel like they all just kind of like aligned with one another, except David Coulthard, who was like, when Max Verstappen talks and some of these veterans talk, it's because they have something to say that's meaningful. And people should listen.
Agreed.
He was like really the one person who like defended the position that some of these drivers are taking. Lando Norris is another example that didn't get talked about enough. Lando Norris has said, now that we're into the 3rd race, he's like, this isn't.
How the turntables.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't like this. So you do have veterans, you have championship status.
And what I said, I really didn't mean it. No, my car sucks. It doesn't even start.
It takes balls to do that.
Shut up.
And go out in public and admit that you were wrong.
Shut up. He didn't admit he was wrong. He said this is what he should have done. Guys, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Sucks ass.
I was wrong with what I said. This sucks ass, although I love ass, male ass. That's what he should have said. I love the boy. He should have said, I take it back. Max, I apologize. He's never going to take it back. He's like, oh, this isn't fun. My car isn't starting.
Now,
he's never going to take it back.
I agree.
Max has been saying it for 3 years. It's not like
he has.
he could
That's
be
true.
winning and he's going to be upset. The only person that's saying that this is fun to drive is Mercedes because they have a
And
clearly
Lewis
dominant
Hamilton.
and Lewis Hamilton because and only because I've had something to do with the car.
Yeah,
So
and also
proud
he was just so
proud of
far.
myself.
I mean, he was so
I'm gonna
far.
go
He was on the
with
back
my
foot all
girlfriend,
last
and
year.
I'm gonna play
Yeah.
her ex-boyfriend and ex-husband's songs the whole trip.
Yeah, it was
Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
so
that
weird.
was wild.
Kim
Dude,
was
it's
like, at
so
first I
weird.
thought it was funny, then it was really weird.
Yeah, dude. He seemed like
What
an
if
odd
he's
dude.
playing mind
Such
games
a
on Kim?
Weird.
Yeah,
he
it's
just is.
strange. He just got too
Well,
famous. Every time
Yep.
I see him at the Met Gala, I was like, "You're too weird now. You're just a weird dude. Like, I can't. You're not a man of the people."
No.
He kind of is, but really
Yeah.
not though. Disassociated for sure. Yeah, I think it's the whole Max Verstappen thing. I watched the highlights too. Super dope watching him just buzz through with that Mercedes, winning by a whole minute.
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah, a whole minute, 59
Yeah.
seconds, right?
Yep,
Like
just a minute.
that's pretty wild in a 4-hour race. And by the way, let's just call it what it is. This was a 4-hour endurance race. This was the warm up to what he really wants to achieve.
Oh,
so
100%.
so
100%.
he knows even with the technicality of the additional tires that they use, he's like, I don't give a shit. I won this
Bro.
race. And by the way, I'm gonna win the 24 hours.
Bro, the true drivers in DNA historically have gone out of the sport to pursue other forms of competition
Yeah.
in the driving sphere.
Yeah.
Namely Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, the list goes on because they
Jensen
have
Button.
fun.
Jensen Button did like
Button.
everything.
Yes, these guys like rally. These guys like Le Mans. These guys like NASCAR. These guys like Indy. They'll
Yep.
just Max will do it, and he will still make a frick ton of money, bro.
Yeah.
He will leave us. He's got nothing to compete for right now.
Yeah.
And he's got
Yeah.
nothing to lose. So it's like, why?
He's
why
already cemented his legacy.
Yeah.
Like in F1.
Well,
God.
it's not that. Well, it's not necessarily that. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with it.
Agreed. Yeah.
But it's more of like, I'm a race car driver. I want to have fun. This is not fun.
Yeah.
This is objectively not fun.
Yeah.
I am going to leave. Like, Kimi left because of the politics. Fernando left because he spent 4 years struggling with historically, solid teams that were giving him shit cars. Like, you go back in time, all these drivers pursue fun, and if they get an opportunity to come back, which Max has all the time in the world, where he can leave this, go for a little less intense racing structures, and
just
have
pick and choose.
and spend some time with his baby in his formative years, 2 to 3 years, and then come back when there's actually a little bit of more level playing field leverage. Oh, that's gonna happen, dude. I'm predicting it right now. It will happen.
I think it will too, and I think the other thing too, in regards to Max Verstappen, and I'll leave it just from my own personal opinion on this. He is building a brand, and the brand
100%.
transcends his own legacy. It is
Yeah.
about developing other drivers. He's named it so many times through
Yep.
simulators. They just went through a rebrand for his sim team. Like, he's
Yep.
all about the sim racing. He's all about elevating other drivers. Like, I feel like Max is in this interesting window of where when you see some drivers do this, where he's like, all right, it's my turn to give back to the sport. And not just F1, I mean motorsport in general. Like, let me use what I have that I've developed for myself through money and influence and help others ascend through the sport. You can see him doing it. He's doing it with his friends. He's doing it with other sim drivers. He's doing it with other drivers within, some of the endurance races. Like, if you think about it, it's a very selfless effort on his part. Like, he's doing these things to maximize other people. It doesn't really, other than like helping him continue building his brand, it's not like it's making him a ton of money. Like, I'm not saying he's not making money, but like F1 is where he makes money.
Of course.
His contracts with F1 and whatever sponsorship he's at, that's where he makes all of his money. He's not making his money doing a 4-hour endurance race, but he's helping everybody else around him. And you can kind of see him do that in F1 as well. Like, you see Max like very integrated with a lot of the young drivers. Like, he's taught him and Kimi Antonelli have said it, like they've bounced the idea back and forth of doing an endurance race together. Like, there's like memes that are created about that. Like, he's very much, you can tell that he's who he was 4 years ago. Yeah, who he was 4 years ago chasing championships. He's just at a different point now. And you can see that he's loosening up. Like, Alex, I totally agree with you. You could tell he just wants to go do what's fun. And I love that. There's a purity to that.
I love that. I love that so much.
With other drivers.
It finally made me turn the page when I saw that, and I took all his like spoiled attitude and all this like arrogance and he's just a pure driver. I actually love Max Verstappen.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Me too.
That being said, on to predictions for
we go. Master predictions.
Godzilla.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Time out. I just say it real quick. New liveries are dope. I said I had
New
to mention
liveries
it.
are unreal.
Yeah.
Racing Bull's livery dope. Mercedes front wing dope. Haas's livery with Godzilla straight out of a cartoon.
Mercedes front wing.
Yeah, it's just the front wing, but it's dope as shit.
Yo, it looks like, dude, it looks like they
Mercedes front wing. Controversial, but dope.
Dude, it looks like they
Ferrari?
just slapped Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda on that front
Dude, it does.
wing.
But the best part about it is, what if Ferrari's beef was just in the design element on the front?
I hate it. It's just a design. I hate it. The design is making them go faster.
That Japanese fireball is giving him an extra 5 horsepower.
Just imagine, Fred, Mr. President. I think the front wing design is making them indubitably 10 tenths quicker.
Just give it 10 seconds
down
a
the
lap.
straights.
Yeah, but
You
Toto,
can
we
see
know
that,
we know that your snow leopard design on your front wing is giving you half a second advantage in the corners.
So funny. But they do look. I love the Japanese
that was more
liveries.
like
They're so
Cyril.
cool.
That was a good Cyril. J-Dub.
I like it. It was good.
Fred has a deeper like mafia.
Yeah, he does.
He's like Maltese kind of Italian. He's like more like French. Sorry, he's like more like I do believe Mister is making a big fuss there. You know.
That is pretty. You're pretty good with accents.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
do.
What
I can't do.
JW just did was more like Cyril. Daniel just left. I keep saying I am.
Oh, you're talking about Renault, Cyril.
Yeah.
Yes. The truth is, I am upset. I will always be upset. But I love Daniel. I will always.
I wish him nothing but the best.
100% sound like Pepe Le Pew, and I love it. I think it's fantastic.
All right, predictions.
predictions,
Let's go.
boys.
All right, let's
Run
get
it,
into
Cory.
predictions. All right, so we've changed up some of the questions in this one just to kind of like change, and we'll do this throughout the year. We'll change up some questions from time to time. And Alex, big winners, like, why you change up the questions? I'm doing so good. It's like, no, we're gonna do it regardless. I've already said this. But we kept the core questions in place. So let's start with one reasonable prediction, and let's start with JW. JW, what is your one reasonable prediction for the Japanese Grand Prix?
Mercedes and Ferrari lock out the front 2 rows. In what order? I don't know, but
Doesn't matter.
that's what's going to happen.
So Ferrari lockout.
They lock
Ferrari
out.
and Mercedes.
Ferrari
They
and
lock
Mercedes
out both front rows.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I like that, Alex.
Mercedes score 10 points or more in race.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one.
That's a
I
good
like
one.
that.
Can't fight that.
Since I desperately need points, I said one Mercedes qualifies top 3. Either one of them. Doesn't matter.
That's fine.
God.
That's fine. Yeah.
We're gonna have
Watch
to
'em
change
not.
these later on in the
Yeah,
season.
the first one we'll have to get swapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at some
We
point.
go pretty safe. It's all good because we all go kind of safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Remember, we do have veto power. All right, Alex, let's start with you on one bold take. What's your one bold take for Japanese Grand Prix?
There will be 4 Britons in the top 10.
That's,
Really?
You're saying that? Oh wait, there's 5. There's 5.
Lewis
on the
Hamilton,
grid, not
Arvid Lidblad,
Yeah,
and Lando Norris,
George
and George Russell.
and Ollie Behrman. Behrman's a Brit.
Behrman's a Brit. Okay. That's
That's
actually
bold. I would say bold.
Yeah, that's a bold take.
That's bold.
Corey, I'm not gonna fight it. Because I know where Alex's head is at,
Yeah.
and I know what 4 drivers he thinks are gonna be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I do think this is a bold take.
It's not a dream. It's not a dream, but it's a bold one.
Yeah,
I thought about it. Shut the fuck up, Corey. He already confirmed it.
Corey.
There's no veto. Move along.
Corey.
Move along.
I want to veto everything you say, even if I fucking agree with it. I want to veto everything.
All right.
My one bold prediction, and you motherfuckers better give me this one. Verstappen finishes on the podium.
Oh, I'm
That
gonna
is
one
pro-
up
that-
you.
That's pretty bold.
I feel like
That's
that's bold.
bold. I'm gonna one up you.
That you guys are pretty much giving it to me, so like
All right, J Dubs, go for it.
I think Max Verstappen wins in Suzuka.
Wow.
Whoa! How is that not your dream? How's that
I
not
was,
your-
Because my dream is you're gonna love my dream pick.
You're gonna love my dream.
First of all, the last time that
I
you
know.
made this bold prediction, it got a lot of attention, a lot of negative attention.
in part, that is also why I'm saying. But at the end of the day, go look at his record in Suzuka.
It's amazing. I know. Trust me. I wanted to do the same thing because he absolutely dominates at this.
like,
track.
you know why I don't think it's a dream yet. Well, first, there's only been 2 races. Things can change very quickly, and that means Max is for sure at the top still, right?
Right.
Second, if it rains in Suzuka,
Exactly.
Yeah, that changes everything. But he talks about how that car slides around all over the place anyway. So even if he's so good in the rain.
But then it comes down to the driver that can find the most grip in the wet.
Agreed.
And that is Max Verstappen.
I wouldn't count Max out. In rainy conditions,
dude, I think you're a
fool.
fool. I think you're a fool if you're counting Max out in the rain. So
yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, no matter the circumstance, for sure.
All right,
All
Cory.
right, here's the fun one. One dream prediction. We're going to start with the person with the most points, and that racked up a lot of points last time. Alex, what is your dream/unrealistic prediction for the Japanese Grand Prix?
2 Ferraris in the podium.
Ooh, I like that.
2 Ferraris on the podium?
2 Ferraris on the podium.
I don't think that's insanely realistic, taking into account how strong the Mercedes are. However, the one strength that Ferrari has is in the corners, and we're going to a corner-heavy circuit.
I didn't analyze that.
Okay. All right.
Actually, they
allow
tighten
it.
up the corners even more. They're not long and sweeping like they were in previous years. They did that for
Correct.
power deployment.
That is correct.
Yep.
They resurfaced Suzuka like 2 years ago.
Correct.
Yeah. I think it was like 2 or at 3. But yeah.
So you think 2 Ferraris will podium?
That is my dream take.
Oh, God, I want to veto this
like
so
it.
bad.
No,
I want to veto it so
I
bad.
think it's good.
Are you just going to hand them points?
No, we're not going to hand him points.
Oh, you think
but-
Ferrari
No.
podium
Corey,
is a
no,
lot?
hold on.
Corey, you're
you
putting
kidding
yourself
me?
on blast.
No,
Are
time
you
out.
kidding me?
Wait till you hear mine, fuckers. Wait till you hear mine, and then you're
Well,
going to
it's
be
your
like,
own fault. That is
that's
your
a dream
own fault.
unrealistic prediction.
had
I had 2 of them. No, listen. I have one, and I literally created a second one because I was like, they're going to veto mine. But mine is so much more unrealistic than yours.
JW, so mine's approved.
On my end, yes.
Okay, well, that's
yeah,
all I
that's
need.
2 and 1.
There you go.
So now that
you
mine's
just
approved and it's on record that it's approved, I actually
just
had
fucked
2
us.
two backups just
Oh, you stick. Oh,
JW, you
God.
just fucked us.
Honestly, I would have accepted a veto, but that's gone. That's gone.
Yeah.
You've already.
No.
approved
It's,
it.
dude, I still think it's a dream scenario. I'll take.
I mean,
I'll
I
allow
would
it.
honestly, if I were you guys, I would have tried to veto and make that a bold one.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I was going to
they've
do.
been 3rd and 4th and interchangeably. They just need one Mercedes in theory to slip
Corey,
up.
That's
And then
all
they-
they
watch him.
need.
Corey,
Kind
watch
of.
him not get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
no!
it's still a dream.
He's a dreamer.
Okay, J-Dub.
All right. Ollie Behrman podium.
Wow. Yeah, that
Ollie
is a dream. That is a
Ollie
dream.
Behrman.
That's a dream.
You cannot veto that. That
Yeah,
is
that's,
Dude, I don't
that's
know.
Fine.
I'm not going to lie. With the Godzilla livery, it's very possible.
Corey.
Anything is possible with that livery.
Had you said top 5, I would have been like,
No,
Nah,
Yeah, top
no,
5, I would have
no,
definitely vetoed that.
that's actually, as things are going so far,
that's
quite
dream.
realistic.
That's dream, and actually, I want it to happen, so I want you to get those points.
There we go.
I would love nothing more than see. I would be so happy and elated if you got that points. Now, 2 Ferraris podium, I'm literally going
Dude,
to
that
fucking
would
quit this
be
podcast.
every team from last season has gotten at least 1 podium. That would be. I really want to see that happen. So.
That would be bonkers.
Yeah.
I would
All
love
right.
to see that as well.
Corey, dream.
Corey,
Christ. My bold prediction is a reserve driver will come in and drive the feature race and will finish the race.
what?
What insight do you have? Like what?
They've been to China. They've been to China and Japan, notorious for food poisoning. My whole thought is one of these drivers is going to get sick.
Oh my God!
One of them's going to
Corey.
get sick on practice day eating too much sushi, and
Dog.
literally they're going to have stomach issues. Someone's going to have the stomach flu, and
Too
a
much
reserve
Kobe
driver's going to have to
beef?
come in.
Dog.
There we go. Oh, that's
Do you want to hear?
diabolical.
Do you want to hear what my backup one was, which I thought was pretty dope?
Yeah, I'm not vetoing that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I figured you wouldn't. I was the other one that I had was two Alpines. Both Alpines would finish in the top 10, and they would finish next to each other, meaning that the positions would be like 7, 8, 5,
That's
6.
not a dream.
That was my backup.
Oh,
really?
My God.
Yeah.
No way.
That was my backup. In my mind,
I thought really hard about that one too.
In my mind, that was like
an
8 or 9 or 9 and 10.
That's not a dream.
Back to back, like
back
one
to
in
they have
front
to
of
finish
another.
next to each other.
Yeah.
In the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that they just
finish.
finish in the top 10, but they would finish
Because they
like
just
7, 8.
finished. Dude, Corey, I swear to God, because they just both finished in the top 10, that's already not a dream. So I'm like, how do I make this interesting? Which is kind of like statistically not probable, but
yeah, it's statistically not probable. Like that was the one I was tussling with, but I was like, dude, I just really kind of want to see someone get food poisoning. So I want to see a reserve driver come.
That's outlandish.
All right,
it is. It's outlandish.
Pole sitter.
I know. All right, pole sitter. Let's go, J-Dubs. Who's your pole sitter?
All right, hold on. Bear with me here. It
Bear
is
man with me.
Charles, Mark, Hervé, Percival, Leclerc.
Leclerc was who I wanted to pick.
I don't have a Twitter, but I'd retweet.
Oh, you're gonna retweet? All right. I picked Russell simply for the fact that
it's mother.
Dude, long straights, sweeping corners. I feel like Russell and Russell.
That's what
Russell
they call it. Long straight.
Long straight. I will say this: Russell for sure. I feel like he's the kind of driver when he doesn't have the optimal weekend, comes back and just terrorizes the next weekend. Like he's always out to prove, and I think he's just be extra focused.
He
so
has been strong in Suzuka in the past.
Yeah,
he's a good.
I don't think he's ever
too.
podiumed there, but he's been strong. So
yeah. So Russell's
right.
my pick. All right, race winner, Alex. Let's start with you.
I'm just gonna keep it simple. Charles Leclerc.
All right, I think we're getting a back-to-back win from Kimi.
Wow,
that's realistic.
I kind of tussled with the Kimi one as well. My pole sitter is my winner, so Russell.
Okay.
Are you playing the stats game? Because I am.
I'm not playing the stats game. That's just who I'm thinking. Alex,
honestly, I just have a feeling Charles will be
you think
dominant.
So?
I just have a feeling.
His driving style fits a track like Suzuka, and he has a good handle on that car. I wouldn't be surprised if he won.
I'm just hoping that he fights too much with Hamilton, and then the Mercedes just do what they did last race and just zip on by. That's my thought process.
Corey,
who will gain the most positions in the race?
You want me to go?
J-Dub, start with you.
Lando Norris. I think he's gonna have a abysmal qualifying, and he's just gonna rip through the field.
Okay, I like that pick. I actually don't mind that pick at all. Alex?
Isaac Hadjar.
I like that pick a lot.
I like that pick too. I like that pick mostly because I went the opposite Red Bull driver and said Max Verstappen.
That's a cop out.
How's it a cop out? Statistically, it's
so
most accurate.
So you are playing the stats game.
Of course, I'm playing the stats game.
There he is.
Jesus, what do you think? He's gained over 14 positions since, and that's.
But he's also lost like 13.
Yeah,
he's definitely lost a lot. He's definitely lost a lot. But
Max is starting in 7, loses 8, and then he finishes 6th.
He's very yo-yo driver right now.
Yeah.
Who will have the most positions lost, and not including a DNF, meaning that this driver cannot DNF?
Okay.
This one was tough for me, man. I went through 4 drivers on this one.
This one was tough for me too, and especially because of the driver I ended up picking. But I think the driver that's going to lose the most positions is Carlos Sainz.
He was on my list.
Yeah.
So was Albon, but I didn't.
Sorry, Alex. I can see your disappointment.
I could also see Carlos Sainz, oddly enough, being the one to gain the most positions too. So it could go either way.
He's on
William,
go Godzilla mode.
Liam Lawson. I think he's going to have
a
a pretty decent qualifying. I think he's going to be, let's call it P7, P8, and I think he's going to fall out of the points.
That is really funny because that's who I had on my list first, and I took him off. Mine is Nico Hülkenberg.
Fair.
And I think like Carlos Sainz, it could go either way. I think he could either go up and gain a significant amount, and I also think he could lose a significant amount. So
fair enough.
rolling the dice on that one.
All right.
All right, on to the next question. Will the winner lead every lap? Yeah, so said no. So
This is Suzuka. Come on.
no universally. Will any pit stop exceed 4 seconds? And that's not including a drive-through penalty.
I think someone's getting dogged on a pit stop.
I agree. I totally agree. I think we're going to see an excessive pit stop from one of the teams for sure.
And it's going to be Ferrari.
Esteban, please come back. We mixed your tires.
That actually happened to Bottas 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, and it's happened. It happened twice that season. One with Haas and one with Bottas. I think.
God,
how sad is that?
Yeah.
How bad do you have to be at your job to do that?
Yeah,
they were pretty bad at Haas for one point.
Yeah, they were bad for a while. You got to fire those people.
You got to fire that man.
You got to get rid of them.
They actually featured them in Drive to Survive, so it's like it would have been bad press for Haas if they fired them. The dude was crying like, "I'm so sorry, boss. I'm so tired, no sleep."
That's tough. All
right.
Will the race be won by over 10 seconds? You think it's going to be a close one?
Yeah, no way, dude.
Yeah,
it's Suzuka.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close as well. So I said the same. So we provided context to this earlier. Any driver outside of the big four finish the top 5?
Yes.
I say no. J-Dub says yes. Me and Alex say no. Damn it, I feel like J-W's going to get that one. All right, last question. Will a driver spin out without crashing? That's got to be it. This is a layup, fellas. This is a layup.
Hold on. Here's the thing. When was the last time you saw a driver spin out at Suzuka and not hit the barriers? Like at Degner's or at Spoon?
Well, you could. There's a couple corners that you could do it.
Yeah, okay. and we're seeing, and I think
not unless you're Jack Doohan.
I'm only expecting it if there's rain. I think there will be some, and it's not a spin out; it's a spin. You just have to do you just have to lose your traction.
Yep. Oh, just lose traction. Yep.
Oh,
you don't have to spin out of the track. You could literally spin in the track, whatever. Yep. Just spin.
Yeah.
I think as much power unit glitches as we've seen, I think we'll continue seeing those. We're going to continue seeing some weird throttle input. I just suspect that one of these drivers during the race is going to get their foot into something, and they're just going to do a little whoopsie do. We've seen it all the races, both races so far. We've seen it. So I'm looking at the odds and thinking there's a high likelihood this is going to happen at this race.
Yeah.
Corey, I want to add a question. No points, just for the hell of it.
Let's do it.
Who gets driver of the day?
Oh, I never even think about it. Driver of the day is actually a good. It's all voter too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, let's put this one in next.
Yeah, I like. Actually, yeah.
I like a driver of the day.
Like a temporary one.
Yeah.
I like driver of the day.
Something you can just rotate in.
Let's not answer it then, because I want to save my answer for actually next race, because I think he's due for either this one. If he doesn't do it, I'll put it in the next race.
You're gonna say Bortoletto?
Yes, I am.
Same.
Oh, Gabby. We love Gabby on this podcast.
That would be my driver. That's what I would hope.
I think he's just due to actually get a hold of that car. And
he's had those qualifying woes and do not starts, and
I just don't think they have it to be within the top 7 in qualifying. So I think that allows him to make up some room in racing, right? Like say qualify P11, P12, and finish P8. With some good driving, I think that could potentially warrant a popular vote for a driver of the day.
I agree.
I'm 100% with you.
So you guys can't say Gabby now.
Especially if the media gets behind it. I feel like there's a lot of if they hype him up and show him a lot on camera.
Yeah, and I think the media does like him, so I think people would vote for him.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, boys.
That's it. There's our predictions. Our predictions are in. Can't wait to watch the race and recap next week. It's gonna be so
What time's the race again? Like 3 a.m.?
I think it's at 2 a.m. our time.
Oh, late into the night.
Let's see.
I definitely think it's a later one.
It's not at 3. I can tell you that for sure.
Chinese Grand Prix was at 3, right?
It's at 1.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
I can't stay up for that. That's too late for me. I'm gonna have to watch it early in the morning.
Oh, come on, Corey.
I can't stay up. I can't, dude.
I can do one. I'm not going to lie. China was a struggle for me.
China, I tried to stay up and I passed out, woke up in the morning, saw like half the race, passed out again and finished.
You watched the race in chunks?
Yeah.
That
Well,
is something I could never do.
I go back to at least like 4 or 5 laps that I know I've seen and then
Gotcha.
just like get the
And
gist
then
of it.
just
I'm
go
not going to
through.
rewatch from the start.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. Yeah, with a youngin', ain't happening,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, no,
I mean,
fair enough.
I will try. I may try, but it just makes the next morning miserable.
Yeah.
Plus, I have hockey, so I don't want to
Yeah.
be tired for that.
Oh,
Anyway.
he's a little puck bunny.
I'm a middle-aged hockey player. How the fuck does that happen? Got a bruise on the inside of
That's
my leg. I
something
took a
straight
nice
out
puck
of
to the
Goon,
inside.
dude.
Yeah, except I'm not the goon. I'm the one that gets gooned. I'm the smallest. I'm the smallest dude out there.
Oh.
Anyway, boys, that was a fun one. Appreciate the predictions. I think this is going to be a very interesting race. Curious to see some of what the teams have done to further develop the cars. Hopefully, get them to not DNS and actually start the race. It'd be cool if every single driver started the race.
That would
think
be
that'd be
very
cool.
cool to see. I think 3 races in, I think we're due for that.
I think we're due to see everybody
Yeah.
start the race. We're not going to see everybody finish it, but it would be cool to see everybody start, including McLaren. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can get McLaren at least back into some meaningful points because
Yeah.
right now they're tussling with Haas, and that's not a good look. So,
Not a good look, Zach Brown.
all right, boys. Appreciate it as always. We will be back at everybody next week with the recap of the Grand Prix, which is going to be really fun because we're going to go over these predictions and the points and hopefully knock Alex off of his ridiculous pedestal that he's put himself on. But until then, enjoy the race. We'll be back at you next week.
Sayonara.
See you, everyone.